welcome back to the Bullhucker podcast. I'm Moose Lundstrom.
Hey, and I'm Densia Kudrin.
Densia is back again.
Hey, friend. What's up?
We're at the City Barbershop here in Brush, Colorado.
We are. It's so cute.
It is cute.
Thank you.
I don't go into a lot of barbershops, as you can tell. You know what I mean? I just shave it because Mother Nature's beat me to the punch. But we do have a guest today.
We do have a guest.
We have the owner of the City Barbershop.
Wow.
Carrie Ankrom.
Girl.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're doing awesome.
Love your shop.
Thank you.
Super cute.
And you just moved here.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. You were in the old, what was the old Tasty Freeze? And
Yes, that's where I went, was the old Tasty Freeze. And I was like, where is everybody? They're pranking me.
That's where Jack and Diane, right?
Like little bitty about Jack and Diane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out back to Tasty Freeze.
Two American
Oh
kids.
my goodness.
Okay.
Right? Don't
I don't even know.
Let's not act like I'm the old
sucking
one.
on chili dogs outside of Tasty Freeze.
Yeah, they took her pants off. That's how that song went. Okay?
Makes me want to be in high school again.
Yeah, it does. Densia tries to make me feel like the old one here, okay? Like she doesn't get the references I'm throwing at her. So,
Yeah. What's that song? I've never heard of it before.
I mean, she's technically older. I look older, but technically.
Because of hair dye, Carrie, you know this.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what's in, right? But you do it every day. Like,
Right.
You color hair. You do hair. Mm-hmm. Yes. Do you love your job?
I do love my job. I've been doing it for 29 years.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is this the first
But you're only 23.
I know, right? It was like the time warp.
It's weird. Yeah.
Math is bullshit,
Yeah.
right?
It's non-existent.
Yeah. Carrie Ankrom. Is this the first shop you've ever owned, or have you owned different ones?
No, this is the first one I've owned.
Well, that's very cool.
Yeah.
But you've worked other, like, hair salons and stuff. So it's always been your passion.
Well, I wouldn't say it was my passion. I literally went to beauty school just because we lived in a small town and there was nothing else to do.
Really?
Yeah. So
The small town was Brush, or?
no, I moved here 5 years ago from Pennsylvania. So just right outside of Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, why'd you come here?
So my sister, when we lived here when I was little, and my sister went to her junior prom with this guy, and she fell in love with him, and then we moved. And so when Facebook became a thing, he had his sister-in-law find her on Facebook, and she packed up her kids, moved across the country, and married him. So then when I got divorced, my kids were like, let's go to Colorado. I'm like, all right.
Stop. Wait, I just have to know. Are they still together?
They are.
Oh.
That's cool. Are they here?
Yeah, they're in Fort Morgan.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been like 10 years, I think.
And they were
cool.
like high school sweethearts and reunited. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a great story. We can stop right now.
Well, it's done. Thanks for joining us on the Bullhucker podcast.
That is a true story.
It was all true today. That's some crazy shit. But hey, if you're new to the Bullhucker podcast, what we do here is we bring a guest on. Today is Carrie. Carrie's going to tell us 3 stories about her life. The kicker is only 2 of these stories are true. One is either halfway made up, all the way made up, or borrowed. Now, Carrie, without going into great detail, what is the Bullhucker, your true, untrue story? Is it kind of borrowed? Is it a little bit made up, or all the way made up?
So it's...
Don't go into too much detail.
It's a little bit made up. I'm not clear of all the facts.
Okay, it's a little bit made up.
You're fuzzy.
Yeah.
Because we don't ever want you to... it's easy to give it away if you start telling us too much about it. So, because we're super sleuths, being the old dancer, right?
Oh, yeah. I am a true life detective.
We get this right like once every 7 times. Bragging, of course. By the way, Matt Gordon is no longer undefeated.
Wow.
He was undefeated at this. He was badass for a long time. He lost 2 in a row.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
You
man.
cursed him.
I cursed him all the time.
He's got the Lundstrom curse.
But I straight threw him under the bus as much as I possibly could. I just wanted Matt to lose.
You're all toodaloo, motherfucker.
That's exactly what I said. So, but anyway, you can find all this stuff. If you like what you see today, hit that little subscribe button. It's a little red button on the right bottom hand corner of the screen. It's a little click for you, but
A big click for us.
Thank you
I
very
was wondering if you were going to let me say it. That's the line. I love that line.
do you want to say? Just you know what? I'm gonna cut that.
It's a little click for you and a big click for us.
I'm not gonna edit that just because we're gonna look like weirdos. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, Densia. You know?
Okay, it's great. That's a great line.
If you catch us on Facebook, these videos release every Tuesday on YouTube, any platform you're on, whether it be iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, whatever. And then Friday is the Facebook release of the Facebook video. So no matter what you're watching on, if you're on Facebook, please hit that like button. Share it. Show the love. We love you back. Densia will high-five you in public if you...
Why do you always say say that? Why do we always have to high five? Why don't you ever have to do it?
Because nobody wants to high five.
Maybe they do, Larry.
I'll high five you in public.
Yeah, 10.
But only after
10.
Dempsey does. Because I'm not your high five bitch. Let's get that straight.
Do you see the shit we put up with, Carrie?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
But anyway, please follow the podcast. We do appreciate it. So,
True.
Dencia.
Yeah.
We're going to hear some stories here.
Okay, I'm looking at this for the first time since we sat down. But is Brittany bitch?
It's Brittany
Yes.
bitch.
So the stories that I'm going to tell are more or less, I mean, I've been doing this since I was 16, so I've heard some pretty interesting client stories.
Nice.
So
I love it. I feel like you're like like, you know how everybody always thinks cops have cool stories? Hairdressers have the best stories.
Oh yeah, I'm like a unlicensed therapist.
Therapist. I love it.
I want to get my cosmetology license just to hear the tea.
Exactly.
You had mentioned, actually, one of these, we're not going to do it probably, but to film you while you're talking to people, because that's where you hear the truly crazy stories.
Yeah. Actually, when the old shop got, I don't know if you guys know that somebody was hitting it with they thought bullets, but it turned out to be a slingshot. So there was 7 holes in the windows. It happened 5 different times. And so Brush came in and they put their little camera up and they'd come check it. And we're like, just hang out in here for a week. You'll find out all this shit. You can find out anything you want to know.
What is it about being in a hairdresser's chair? Like me, myself, even, I have just got out of a hairdresser's chair, be in my car and be like, what the fuck did I just say? I just spilled my whole guts to this person. It's very lethargic.
I think it's because
That's on me, sorry.
because we touch you.
Thanks, buddy.
So it feels more personable, more intimate, and you feel like you can trust us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was a bartender for years, and they're notoriously supposed to be therapists, but that's where I was a horrible bartender because I'm like, I don't want to hear your bullshit. 3 shots tequila, that's where our relationship ends, okay? I'm going to pour them, and then you're going to go hit on that girl, and I don't care what happens.
Wouldn't you want to hear the tea?
A little bit. I mean, I put these all back. Okay. Make sure they're all backwards, just yours. No, I worked at a speed bar, too. It was a huge nightclub to where you didn't have time to talk to people, but...
Oh, sure.
But every now and again, people would say, just tell me shit. And I'm like, wow. Wow.
Oh, wow. Has anyone ever confessed to murder to you?
No. No.
It'd be cool
Not
if they
exactly.
did. It'd be cool if they did, Carrie.
It'd be a lot cooler if they did.
Yeah, it'd be a lot cooler if they did.
That's crazy.
Okay. It's Brittany, bitch, which I love. That's a great title.
Well, it's because her name is Brittany.
Okay.
So
Wait, hold on.
You don't want me to tell you?
We're gonna go through all of them, and then we're gonna pick.
Okay.
And then Black Widow, which I'm assuming somebody killed their husband, but I don't know. Okay. And then the Queen. The Queen. These are great titles. I love it.
And before, I did forget to mention one big thing about Carrie. She's our new president of our Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
We have a president in our
Presidente. Presidente. It is
Oh,
Brush. So
yeah.
that's very cool, Carrie.
Yes.
I don't know how that works. Are you elected or is it a nomination thing? How does it work?
Do you buy the votes?
It was election, but I mean, I don't think anybody else ran, so.
Don't undercut it. Yeah. But it's still an important thing.
Yeah.
Really, it's the Chamber of Commerce is very important in every town. So it's,
Yeah, we're like Matt's boss, so.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep in the agenda the exclamation mark after Brush? Maybe even 2?
I don't know.
So everybody's like, Brush.
Yes, the explanation. Yeah, the exclamation. Actually, the
Thank
mayor,
you.
Dana. What's up, Dana? Was I'm looking at Carrie like, is she here? No. I'm like Deadpool. I talk to I break the fourth wall all the time.
Looks like a hairdryer.
Dana wants to actually somehow get a big statue of a huge exclamation point.
No.
Yeah, I'm for
That's
it.
cool. Because that's kind of the thing that Brush is known for now
Right.
is like, Brush.
When I was growing up, I thought maybe it should be a question mark because that's how people like
Brush?
Gosh.
You know?
Where's that?
Like, whose idea was it to do that way, I
God,
wonder?
that's been a long time ago.
It has been.
So I think it was probably the city council or the Chamber of Commerce at one point in time said, you know what, I have this idea. It's about punctuation. Hear me out.
People are going to love this shit.
Okay, I'm sorry. But But I forgot to bring that up. That's very cool that you do that. That's a huge honor.
My Highness.
Thank you.
It's very cool. Is it stressful at all or no?
With the selling of the sands and stuff like that,
Oh, sure.
I picked a horrible year to,
Right.
Did they
do
sell
this.
it?
That's not been.
Okay.
It's
It's in the process.
It's under discussions and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's this big long process that.
Sure.
You'll look back on it and you'll be like, and like new presidents will come and they'll be like, oh, bitch, shut up. The year I did it, we sold the sands.
Right.
Yeah.
Lord.
But I mean, that's a big thing because that's something that's very heartfelt throughout this. That's a business in this town that people are very passionate about.
Oh yes, yes.
So, and like you and like Matt not growing up here, kind of, I mean, people kind of like, well, they don't.
Exactly.
And that's a bunch of BS. You know what I mean? Even I think they should sell it.
Sometimes you just got to look outside of the box.
You do. You do.
So
I mean, you do want to see it rot and just,
no.
no.
I actually got to take a tour of it yesterday. I've never been in there.
Really?
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of spooky.
Well, I loved it, and I'm like, I want to buy this place, and I want to live up here, but my dog was freaked out.
Really?
Because there's ghosts in there.
Yeah, she
Carrie.
was completely freaked out at one point where she wouldn't even move. I had to like push her, and she had all four paws like stopped, like no.
Really?
So I'm like, well, I guess I can't buy it. My dog don't like it.
Yeah. The first 48 episodes of this podcast were all filmed in there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time, but then it got cold, man. It got to be. Remember that last one we did? The
I
best.
was legit shivering.
Yeah, Adam said my little lip was quivering. You know? So, but it's creepy. Like this one didn't like to be in there at all.
Really?
Like, yeah.
No, I got like I am a scaredy cat in general, but that place really did give me weird vibes.
Yeah.
The creeps.
I think it's probably got. It's an old building, so it's got history like everything else.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's.
And ghosts.
Yeah, I hear even Joe saw like shadow people or there's weird stuff in there over the years. So I don't know. It was kind of fun at one time. Carrie, it was the best part was at the very end we had to. It was one power cord that powered everything here, and we tripped a breaker because we had a bunch of heaters plugged into it too. And this one, man, it's my. I have the video still. Everything goes black, and all you can hear is Dency go, "Turn it on, turn it on, turn it on." Power.
Don't like it. I hate it right now.
Yeah. So
Somebody get their phone. I need a light.
that's right. So okay, we got 3 stories though. It's
You
Brittany,
pick.
bitch, Black Widow, and the Queen. You want me to pick first?
Yeah, you pick first.
I know which one I want to hear. So you know me, I always try and pick the one I want.
Yeah, and I don't know
last.
which one you want to hear, so
So-
they know what you're going to pick. So,
I'm gonna play Black Widow.
Okay. So Black Widow is actually a girl named Nellie. She wasn't a client at first. She was actually more of a friend. I used to hang out with her brother, and actually my kids' dad was part of that friend group. And so we all hung out. And so, of course, her older brother was very protective of her. And so she had dated this guy in high school, and he ended up committing suicide. And it was really hard. She was upset. She really liked him. Actually, everybody really liked him. He was a good guy. And then, so I think it just went downhill from there. So she started dating this other guy, and he was not nice to her. Like very abusive relationship. And we would always just joke around about like, he needs to go away, you know. And then one day,
goodbye, Earl.
yeah, one day he did. I got a phone call. They're like, oh yeah, we just found him dead.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, what? And so imagine Nellie's surprised. She's just like upset, you know, here her one boyfriend done committed suicide. This guy, now he's dead. They don't know why. I never did find out the whole story on that. So after that, I started doing her hair. And she ended up dating various guys. One guy did die after that because he had a heart attack at a young age too. It was really weird. Not while she was dating him, another time. So she got married. Everything lasted. They did great, and things just didn't work out. So the next guy she married, they dated for a while. They got married. They got along so well. Like everybody thought, oh my gosh, it's finally Nellie's chance. She's gonna have happiness, kids, everything. I saw in the news one morning they found him shot in the back of the head in bed.
God.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
What?
Yes. So after, I don't know, it was probably about 1.5 years of investigations, her coming in, spilling the tea, telling everybody, well, they questioned me, they found this, they didn't find that. Like, there's never been an arrest, and nobody knows anything. like the sister of the guy, she still puts signs out like, I'll pay $10,000 for a tip of whoever knows who murdered my brother, and
What do they
all this
think
stuff.
happened?
Well, of course they think Nellie murdered him, but obviously, like, they've questioned her a million times. Like, they went through all of her phone records and everything. She was at work when it happened. So
Oh my God.
Is she from around here or back east?
back east.
Oh, good.
So that's why I named it the Black Widow, because I mean, and she has a boyfriend now, and I'm like, does he know about your past? Like, you might want to clue him in.
He all just puts like cameras around the house and like
Right.
connects them with his friends.
But she's like the nicest person. She really is. But she's
Well, most murderers are.
she's not somebody like, she grew up tough. Like, so she's not one of those girls that you want to mess with. Like, she'll whip your ass.
Or kill you.
But I mean, it's just kind of weird. So that's, I call her. I'm like, hey, Nellie, you're the Black Widow. And she just thinks it's so funny. And
How many? So we're talking 3
4.
for 4?
well, one committed suicide. One
but
died of a heart
still,
attack, and
yeah.
then 2 ended up.
Like, have you ever seen that movie, So I Married an Axe Murderer with Mike Myers?
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens. And they're all like, dude, she's going to kill. And it was her sister, right? Is that
Yeah.
who in the
Yeah.
movie?
I don't know.
I didn't see the movie, but I've seen the previews for it.
It's a
Like,
fantastic movie, by the way.
is it a movie or do they have a show?
No, it was a movie. Maybe
I
they
think
made
it
a
was a
show.
movie. I
It was
don't
Mike
know.
Myers and all that, like Saturday Night Live crew from like 91, 92, like early on. So it's he finds the perfect woman, and he keeps finding clues to all the people she married and dated and then died, like a martial arts instructor and all
There you
these
go.
badasses that she's just wiping off the planet, you know. And turns out to be her sister. Spoiler alert. Movie's 40 years old, so if you haven't seen it by now, you know, tough shit. But that's a crazy story.
Have you ever known a Black Widow?
No, God,
Person? No?
God. You know what? I'm pretty safe, though. No one's going to kill me. You want to know why? Because digging a hole this big is going to be a pain in the ass.
No, but
you
you've
know?
never known anybody that maybe has had a streak of bad luck like that? Like nothing?
I mean,
I've heard a legend, like the story of a Black Widow here. So.
really?
I have too.
Yeah.
And
Do you know her personally?
Not personally, but when my dad used to have a business, and somebody came in, and we're like new to town, and said that they were marrying somebody, and my dad was like, he could not hide anything. He legit went like. It was like, oh God, you're gonna be dead.
You've heard of one in here in Brush or Morgan County?
Morgan County.
Okay. I don't know. After this, you have to get together and see if we're talking about the same person, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I kind of wanted to be a couple times in my life,
I mean, yeah.
right? Just be like, oh.
Lori Callahan, we ran comedy shows in this town before COVID, 9 years running. And Lori Callahan was one of our first comics. She was the dirty old lady, people called her. We ended up losing Lori years ago. But she had the best joke she'd start off with. She'd find the oldest married couple in the audience and be like, how long you been married? And the woman would be like, 34 years. And she'd be like, if you killed him the first time you wanted to, you'd be out of jail by now. And everybody'd laugh, So, because it's true,
That's funny.
But no, I've never known someone that I've like. You cut her hair. That's ballsy. I mean,
Well, because we were friends, so.
I don't know. Carrie, are you the Black Widow?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely not.
When you were done cutting her hair, you're like, you like it, right? You're good with it. That's good. You like it. Please don't kill me.
I'm sorry.
How big is this in a little town happening?
So, no, it's maybe,
Okay.
I don't know. Like the town that we lived in was maybe like the size of Brush.
Okay.
But then like 10 minutes away was a town that's like as big as Greeley.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you're like a Kersey almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you miss
Yeah,
living
like
there?
a Kersey. No.
No?
No.
Oh.
Well, I was asking because if it's a small town, that's even worse for the Black Widow lady. I mean, because then.
Oh, yeah. She
small
don't got a
town
lot
stuff.
of pickings.
I mean, we had a stop sign. Yeah.
I mean, humble brag, right?
But
People make fun of me. They're like, you from one of those one stoplight towns. I'm like, we have two. One's
Is
by the-
really? For real, that's only 2?
Yeah, well, there's the cross here that you always turn left on. You're not supposed to. Didn't see it
Yeah.
every time I bust her.
I don't see the rules. I do what I want.
She does it. I always see her like pulling illegal left, and I shake my head. And then went by the middle school. Those are 2 stoplights in town.
Really? There's only 2?
Yeah, I mean-
What about down by the grocery store? Isn't there?
No, that's a fire light
Yeah.
for the fire department. Does that even work?
Yeah. I used
I've
to.
never seen it on.
Yeah, maybe I haven't either. So I think they just pull out in front of people now. They got lights on the truck,
Wow.
Pay
Go
attention.
Brush.
So, but people used to make fun of me. I lived in Pueblo for years, and I tell them about brush, and they all pictured brush as like a dirt road downtown, indoor plumbing, maybe some of the fancier houses kind of shit. You know what I mean?
More like a hill rose.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. What do you think about that story, Dance?
I like it.
Yeah,
I
me
want
too.
it to be true. I do. Good old Nellie. Good old Nellie. I want Nellie to just be a bad bitch.
Are you friends with her like on social media at all? Or
Yes.
No? So there's a chance she might see this.
Yes.
Nellie, if you're real, I need your number. So if my husband ever pisses me off.
Run, Carrie, run. If Dancy lets you fool around with some chick named Nellie, there's a... Yeah, go have a good time, Carrie. Get some. It's fine. So,
Good.
all right. We got one down.
Okay.
Now, left we have It's Brittany, Bitch, and The Queen.
I think you want to hear It's Brittany, Bitch. I know, it's really good. I want to hear that one too. So we're going to leave it for last. So we're going with The Queen.
So the Queen, this started way back when I was in beauty school. She was actually one of my favorite clients. She was never my client, but she used to always come into the beauty school because it's like $3 to get a haircut, especially way back then. And she would always come in and she had the world's biggest beehive I've ever seen in my life, even to this day. And I've done Fashion Week.
What year is it?
This is like the early 90s. And she had a beehive and a lot of makeup. You'd always see her sitting out there waiting. I don't know, she was waiting for her ride, putting on her eyeliner and mascara, but and it was black. Her hair was jet black, and she was really a pretty lady. Nobody knew what she did. So after I graduated from school, I was like, oh, I wonder what happened to her. And we always just called her Queenie. And so then when I started working in the little town of Washington, I would see her. And she was always dressed to a T, always had heels on. I mean, when this broad was out cutting her grass, she was wearing heels, shoveling, wearing heels.
I love it.
Always had the beehive. So like just go years and years and years. Figure like 20 years.
It's like a Marge Simpson kind of thing?
Yes, exactly. Okay. But black, I mean, she's getting it colored black by now.
Okay.
Still have the beehive. And everybody's like, they don't know the whole story about Queenie. Like, she's never had a husband, or did she? We've never seen him. So one day, she pulls up and she's driving a box truck. And I'm like, why is she driving a box truck? Apparently, it has bunk beds in it. Queenie is servicing the neighborhood in her box truck.
What?
No, she's not.
She's a
hooker. she's a hostess.
She has been servicing the neighborhood, the whole county, for years in this box truck with bunk beds.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Why do you need the second bed? I mean, why is there bunk beds?
Maybe she rented it out.
She's got two hands, Larry. Whoop.
I don't know, but she did. They said she had bunk beds in it. She might have rented it out. But the other part was, and I am not sure on this one, it was just a rumor on this one, but she had a house in West End, which was like the kind of bad side of town, that had 7 sets of sliding glass doors. There was a house that had a lot of sliding glass doors. Was it Queenie's house? I'm not positive on that one, but Queenie did live in the West End. I knew that because I would see her box truck over there all the time.
Right.
But why do you need 7 sets of doors?
Do you think like
Of sliding
maybe, like,
doors.
okay, you come in and you come in. Like, she was a busy lady.
Like maybe like the massage therapist, like, okay, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
in this room. You go ahead and leave out that room. And she just
How
kept
old
it going.
of a lady was she?
So I'm gonna say by the time I was like an adult, like in my 30s or 40s, she was probably in her like 50s, 60s.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
when I left Pennsylvania 5 years ago, this broad had to have been like 70.
Did she still have the box truck?
Still has the box truck.
That's what I'm talking about.
She's still in business.
Yeah, still in business. I mean, but she would out there cutting her grass, wearing some high heel shoes, wearing a little mini skirt in that beehive. Her
Else
makeup
are
was
you gonna
always
get? That's good
done.
advertisement.
It's great advertisement.
She should have painted something on it. It
I
was like a
picture
plain.
her going down to
box
like
truck.
get the like she's mowing and then she wants to take the bag off and she very seductively is like, "Ooh, I'm gonna take the bag off."
No, I picture like she has like a little song like an ice cream truck because that's like the kids hear their ice cream truck. They come running. The dad comes like, oh,
it's the
Queenie.
prostitute truck.
My Buck's truck brings all the boys to the yard.
Little porn music's playing, and the guy's like, oh shit, it's Queenie's here.
And I
Queenie's
bet
here.
her beehive is sexy on her like.
Baby, give me $10. I'll leave you alone tonight. You have all the headaches you want.
I just wondered why she kept it all those years. Like, she never once changed her image.
Well, if you had this going for you, why would you? That's what you're known for at the beehive.
You know?
Maybe, you know.
True, but gosh, can you imagine doing a beehive all the time?
Okay, but I have a theory. What if she's doing business, she gets done, and she'll be like, I got change for a 20.
She keeps a blade in there. You know what I'm saying?
To protect
Yeah,
herself?
she's got all sorts of shit in there,
Maybe-
Carrie.
I never thought about it like that. You're right.
Cameras,
Maybe
married men, if they ever pull
Condoms.
shit on her, she's like,
the morning after pill.
she sells shit out of her beehive.
Breaks change. She calls it her Nelly blade. Like, don't look at me. I'll cut you, man.
Do you need a cigarette?
That's fantastic.
That's going to be $5 extra.
You know what? That's the greatest part about little towns. Is every little town has that one person in it that everybody knows, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's just so and so."
That's just Queenie.
They could be batshit crazy, and everybody in town just accepts them.
I love it.
You know,
You guys won't remember this because, I mean, maybe not because you're in Brush, you and me, but I grew up in Fort Morgan. And when I was like in, grade school, high school, there was this guy and he'd always go drive this truck around town, just a big piece of shit. And it always had like crap in the back of it. And he'd always find him going through like dumpsters and stuff. And everybody in town was be like, there's Mr. Clean and his junk machine. And he just stunk like so bad and would pick up all the trash. And he was just like a big jerk, like a big asshole. Like if you'd see him, he'd just be like, type of guy. And then when he died, like the whole town of Fort Morgan was sad because it's like, who are we going to make fun of? Mr. Clean is gone.
we had a guy named Pants.
Pants?
Desperately hated him. He wore the same pants every day, and that's how original we were in middle school. So we called him Pants. His name was Roy. I won't call him out for a full name, but he would always tell every Mexican kid, like, they should ship you all back. And at first I didn't understand because I'm only half. I'm like, Mom, what's he talking about? She's like, just ignore him. Ignore Pants Lords. But
Is he crazy? He was crazy.
I don't know, but he's. I know where his grave is, and I'd put flowers on it because I mean that old man. I told the story one time on the podcast with me and Tony Cordova. What's up, Anthony? He had a little dog named Mick, and Pants used to walk by and just scream at Tony, right? And Tony goes, Mick, sick him, and he punt kicked his dog, right? He was mean. One day, Pants falls over, trips on the curb, smacks his head on the side, like he's bleeding. So Tony's like, shit, calls 911. We walk out there, we go, hey, Roy, we got help coming. We called 911. He goes, fuck you, Mexicans. I was like, okay, Roy. Well, okay. I mean, I didn't know what to say to that. It's like, at least he's consistent. You know what I mean?
I hope you die.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of laughed now, but I was like, oh my, Roy.
Who, fuck me?
Who are you talking
Fuck
to?
you.
How inappropriate. My goodness, Anthony. Let's go.
Excuse me, Mr. Pants. I'm only trying to help.
Right. You're good. You're
Oh,
good. Yeah.
that's funny.
So, yeah, that's, every town's got that.
Right.
Yeah, so we should have a podcast that says, like, who's your crazy person in town. So
The town crazy person. I love it.
There's one here now, but I won't call it out because we will in 20 years. So,
Is it me?
yes.
I've heard the story.
I know. I bet you have. I'm okay with it now.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
Carrie, those are two great stories so far. I'm into it. I like it, man. It's fun to meet somebody else from a small town.
I love
Right.
it. Yeah, I do.
Because
I
small
do.
towns are universal, man. It's the same thing in every little town.
It really is.
Was she a smoker?
Queenie?
wonder- Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Long Virginia Slims.
I don't know what she smoked, but she did smoke because there was always cigarette butts outside of the beauty school.
Was she like kind of had a cute little figure? I'm trying to
did.
put Queenie in my head.
She
And
had
I
the
love
cutest
her.
little figure. She was probably maybe only like 5'4", 5'3". She was a tiny little lady,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I pictured a bigger lady when you said that. I pictured
like a drag queen.
kind of, yeah.
No, Queenie was a petite little lady.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, with a big hair. Maybe that's why. Maybe she put the hair to make her look taller.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Because you have to be this tall to ride this ride. So
funny. That's good.
All right. Well, we got one story left, and it's the one I want to hear. So let's hear it.
It's
Brittany,
Brittany,
bitch.
So this is probably one of my favorite ones. I love Brittany. She came to my salon. Have you guys heard of Ulta?
Yes.
You talking about the Brittany?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I worked at Ulta salons for years, and that's actually where I worked when I came here. They transferred me from Pennsylvania to Colorado when I told them I was moving out here.
Did you do makeup and stuff too? Or
No,
just
hair.
Okay.
And so one day I was sitting there and I wasn't busy, and this really attractive girl walks in, and she's got her sunglasses on, and she was like, I just want to get a haircut. And really what she was doing is she was shopping for a new hairstylist because she had, she would get her hair white, and she has almost black hair. And so she was almost interviewing whoever she walked in on. So she was like, well, I just need to get a haircut. And I'm like, okay, I can do that for you. So we go back to the sinks, and I ask her if she'll remove her sunglasses. And she does, and she has this big old black eye. And I'm like, do I ask her what happened? And me, being as nosy as I am, I'm like, so what happened? Did you fall? And she was like, I got pistol whipped by my husband.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn.
Bitch, you came in hot.
She did.
I didn't pay the queenie. Bitch, it's me.
I mean, and I was like shocked. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then she just, I don't know what it was, diarrhea at the mouth. He worked for the federal government. So she was filing for divorce. She was living with her mom now, and she needed something new. She needed to get away. So, I did her hair. She made the appointment for 3 more weeks to get her hair colored. Every 3 weeks, Brittany would come in, and it literally became tea time. Everybody who worked at Ulta knew on the 3rd Monday of the month, Brittany was in there, and they were pulling up their chairs. We went through her life, online dating. And her Facebook was amazing because she would pick every guy out on this Facebook dating, or any dating app, and she would put their pictures and she would call them out. Like, when you make your bed before you put this picture up there, or she was like the Jerry Seinfeld of online dating.
My God.
Nice.
So we all just lived vicariously through her, to the point where if she was going to meet a new guy, she would text me her location. So that somebody knew where she was at if we didn't hear from her.
She was just out doing the damn thing.
Yeah, she was just trying. I mean, it's hard to meet people in small towns.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And she was a really attractive, tall woman, very, very, very smart, good job, so it's intimidating to a lot of guys.
Right.
So she met this one guy, and he was crazy. Legit crazy, and then on pills. So finally she got away from him. So she calls me and she texts me and she's like, so I met this guy. And I'm like, okay. She's like, he's from the UK. I'm like, oh, he's fake. Fake. He's from the UK. You can't. And she was insistent. She really, really liked him. And I had moved here by then, and we're still talking. I'm still living her dating life with her.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's like, well, he's going to come to Pittsburgh. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, so she met him. It worked out good. She ended up going to the UK, visiting him. Everything was good.
He is real.
He is real. I mean, legit real. His name is real. His pictures are real. His job is real. He lives in the UK.
That's super lucky.
And I'm like, okay.
When does the catfish come on?
There is no catfish. That's the thing. So she went to the UK, and she's hanging out with him, but she's a lot bigger because the UK, a lot of the girls are really, really petite.
Oh.
And she's a tall girl, and she's big boned.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like, oh, I don't fit in here. I don't think he likes me, whatever. She came back. But then she decided to go back and visit him again just to see. And COVID hit.
Oh.
So she got stuck there for a year.
Oh, shit. With this guy?
Yeah.
She couldn't come back. Oh, no.
Yeah, because they wouldn't let her fly back in.
Oh, no.
And at one point she was like, yeah, we're we're done. I'm like, so isn't that awkward staying there with this family and stuff? You're stuck there. She can't work because she
doesn't have a visa.
Yeah. She's just visiting. And but gold lining, they ended up reconciling. Things are great. Finally, after a year, she got to come home. He just went out and visited her not too long ago. They're going to spend their lives together.
They're doing it. They're going to get married.
They're going to get married, and she's going to move to the UK. She's going to get her visa and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a great story.
I love it's like my favorite story because this is a story that's been developing for years and years and years. I've known her, and I just met her at the beauty shop, and I have so many clients that like have become friends that have become like family to me just by doing their hair.
And so like, and you saw her go be in like this bad situation, and then like it just kind of like kept blossoming, and then she found something good, and so you're happy for her.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
Exactly.
Aww.
So we like to hear the good stories.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because you probably hear a lot of crap.
We do.
So to hear the good stuff is good too.
We hear a lot of things. I bet you, like, we can write books.
I mean, I'm sure you could. So many jobs can. You know what I mean? There's so many people that, yeah. Have you ever heard something that was so bad you had to turn somebody into the police?
No.
No.
But in Chicago, in Illinois, it is required for hairstylists, if they hear of any kind of abuse, they are obligated to report it.
Seriously?
They make you take a class and everything.
Do you ever feel like people like maybe don't even like truly need their hair done? They just want to come in and visit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. I bet. I don't do it anymore, obviously. But I used to work in a gym, and I used to like do training. But I would find like people would like pay to like come in, and we'd literally have to be like, okay, let's go do this. And we'd like never move, or we'd be in the same spot because they just wanted to talk. You know, and you feel so sorry for them because like they just need to vent, and they want somebody that they can trust, and that's their safe spot. Like, and so then sometimes I'd be like, whatever, if this is what you want this hour to be, then I'm down.
Right. It's what they want. We just become their people.
That makes sense. I mean, for some of them, that's probably just their outlet. I mean, that's
and they feel like they can trust you.
That's their day out. That's you know.
And what happens at the salon stays at the salon.
It's like Vegas.
Unless you go on the Bullhucker podcast.
But especially, do you have like little old ladies that come in, like, or is it just you have a younger clientele?
It's mostly younger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I know like sometimes like little like I'm not just gonna say this, but like maybe they get lonely and they want to come in and visit, or
We get a lot of older men, like a lot of the older farmers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And they're super cute, and they do. I think a lot of them, because some of them have lost their wives, you know,
Right.
or their children, or they're all lonely. And
Sure.
So they'll come in, and or they go to, you know, the VA, or
Right,
like they go
right.
somewhere because they need that.
Right.
So
Do you do walk-ins?
we take walk-ins if we have time.
Okay.
Walk-ins are welcome, but they're not guaranteed. So.
Right.
That's cool. Well, we heard the stories. Let's talk about the shop a little bit.
Yeah. How many beauticians do you have here?
So right now it's just me, and then Echo works here. And then Sturgis is here this week from Oregon visiting.
It's the Sturgis. Thank you.
So it's just the two of us. We've been looking for somebody for years. After COVID, Sturgis moved, and then the other girl didn't feel like coming back from Greeley. She didn't feel safe commuting, and then she just stayed out there. She lived out there, so I mean,
That's
it made
fair, though.
sense. And trying to find somebody has just been really hard.
But it seems like there's like a lot of beauticians out there, right? Or no?
Oh, yeah. There's
Just
a lot.
Finding somebody to call at home.
We had somebody, but she was only here for like a month and a half. And then she went back to Sterling.
Right.
So,
What all do you do here? What all do you offer?
so we do hair cutting, color, waxing, perms,
Okay.
and that's about it.
Perms are making the comeback.
They are.
Like,
I've done
what?
more perms in the past, like since COVID finished, than I've done my entire career.
Really?
It's so
Yeah.
crazy. Well, you know, I told you I work at a high school, and mullets are coming back.
Yes.
I had a sweet mullet, dude.
I know you did. You should do it again.
I can't.
I know.
I'd
That'd
love
be
to.
funny, but you should try
We
and
do
just make it
extensions.
look like yeah.
Nice horsehair, Lundstrom.
Why are mullets coming back?
Because
They're cool.
okay.
A little, yes. They have a total 80s vibe.
That's not the answer I was about to give.
What were you gonna say?
Because they're unoriginal, these kids nowadays. They always dog on us Gen Xers, but I mean,
We were the cool kids.
we
And
were
they
the
like
cool
our
kids.
music.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. We were definitely the cool kids. Look at the bell bottoms coming back
Dude,
and
mom jeans? Like,
Yes.
what? Yeah, exactly.
parting the hair in the middle.
Our
Yes.
music, all that stuff. They always then they talk shit about us. Get out of here. We had the best stuff.
We did. We really did.
I get all like weird about it, like when I see a Guns N' Roses T-shirt or something. Like, I'm like, name me 3 songs that aren't "Sweet Child of Mine" or "Welcome to the Jungle." Name 3, you little punk.
I do that too. My daughter has Guns N' Roses and Led Zeppelin and doesn't know any of them.
Well, my daughter stole my favorite. It was my favorite T-shirt. It was oh crap! Now I can't think of the name of it. I just froze. Who was it?
Grateful Dead.
Oh, Black Sabbath.
Oh.
1978 tour, and it was the most comfortable, like worn-in T-shirt ever. And she stole it.
Is it
And
real deal?
Every time I see her, well, from somebody, I'm sure I bought it at Goodwill.
Oh, wow.
But she stole it, and every time I see her, she's wearing it. I'm like, that's my shirt.
Pretty amazing. Because, you can buy those at, like, the stores now, and they're like $40.
Yeah.
Helen Campbell. What's up, Hells? Was a manager when I was in high school at Wendy's. Remember Helen? Did you know Helen?
I don't know if I remember how.
She's an old hippie. She had Aussie tattooed on her.
Oh, okay, yes.
She's badass, dude. She was the shit. I wish I had taken her advice about this. All the concerts I went to and all the T-shirts, concert shirts, she kept all of hers and turned them into pillows.
That's
Oh,
cool.
really?
So she's got a couch at her house just full of all these cool pillows. Man, you turn around and see all the concert dates. It's so badass, dude. And I thought to myself, I'd like to do that, but then I just wore them. I was a slob boy, so this thing just got holes in them, and But it's the coolest thing ever to go to her house and see all those pillows, man. It was cool. So
What was your first concert?
my first concert was Lollapalooza.
Oh, Lollapalooza.
Yeah, it was the Smashing Pumpkins headlined it.
Wow. What was your first concert?
Nelson? Do you guys even know who that is?
Of course I
The
know who.
Nelson twins.
I can't live without your love and affection.
Hey, at least it wasn't Milli Vanilli.
That's cool.
I saw Milli Vanilli in concert.
Oh,
I
my
really
God.
did.
Here we
I
go.
really did. That's funny.
What was yours?
Motley Crue, Kicking Ass on the Wild Side.
I Hate You.
Yeah, that was a good first concert.
How old were you?
15?
All right.
Yeah.
My second one was Aerosmith. That's what I'd like to say. My first one.
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
What was out then?
It was the Get a Grip tour.
Okay.
Because Mom wouldn't let me go to concerts in high school because I thought I'd do the drugs. I have no idea what she did. So
McNichols.
yeah, it wasn't McNichols. Thank you very much.
I know.
ACDC. I was at
I was there
McNichols
too.
Sports Arena was the
Yeah,
original. Okay.
I remember that.
Okay.
You do?
Yeah.
Did you come here?
So I
during
was
that
born in Glenwood Springs.
Oh.
And we lived out here until I was like, maybe like 9, 10-ish.
Oh, right, because your sister had the boyfriend out here.
Yes.
Okay, that's right. You
right.
did know that.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like, how did
funny.
you know? But that makes sense.
That's funny. Yeah, the kids now they steal all our stuff. It's disgusting. I
Yeah.
used to DJ quite a bit in a lot of school dances, and they'd come up to me and ask me like, "Do you have any AC/DC?" I'm like, "Everything they've ever made. What do you want?" You know what I mean? Like, come on. Do you ever notice-
Have you heard of Motley Crue?
No.
Bitch, please.
I was having a bad day, and that's how I attacked some girl at I used to work for Pepsi. I was having a bad day, and Lindsay was going to the Guns N' Roses concert, and she's like, "I love Guns N' Roses," and that's so I'm like, "Name me 3 songs. Seriously, name me 3 songs. Any 3 songs that aren't from the Appetite for Destruction." She goes, I just like them. I'm like, "I hate you. You should stock the Pepsi. I should go sing along to every song, get drunk, flash Axel. I'll do it all, man.
You don't even know.
You don't even know." So
Yeah.
yeah, stupid.
That's funny.
What generation is now? It's the generation Z? What
I
is
don't
it?
even know.
I have no idea.
I don't even know.
What is the youngest generation?
I literally do not keep up on that. Like, I don't even know what generation are we called.
I don't know. We're Xers. Generation
We're
X.
X?
From
Okay.
65 to 79, I think is Gen X.
How do you know this?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Because I'm Gen X, that's why.
So am I.
I
I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Well, now you do.
Yeah.
Now I know
Well,
it.
now you do.
I learned something from
We
Larry.
learned something new as Gen Xers.
We are the best generation. Okay. So now what we do
Okay.
is we decide who has to try and guess first, and we do rock, paper, scissors. Now, when you rock, paper, scissors, we found out there's 2 different ways people do it, okay? Some people go rock, paper, scissors, shoot,
Just one
and some people just go boom, boom, and then shoot. Which one do you do?
It's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh my God, Larry, when are you going to realize that is the right way to do it?
Like,
You
Two-
literally are so wrong and you
2 of
can't
the
admit
last
it.
4 said last 3.
I feel like you need to get therapy or something.
You know what? We did, okay. In 2021, that one won, okay? But 2022 is making a comeback, dude. Your own sister does it the right
It
way.
is rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Right.
That is the right way to do
Okay,
it.
well, your bastard way will do it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Don't psych me out either.
What, like, you want
Yeah,
me to stare
don't
at you
look
or not
in
stare
there.
at you? Sometimes you want me to stare at you,
let's
sometimes.
both look at. Let's look. We're
Well,
gonna
that's
look
weird.
at you.
We're going to stare at you.
Yeah, we're gonna stare at you like weirdos.
all creepy, right?
Okay.
Like,
All right.
yeah, okay, ready?
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ready?
Okay, go.
Okay, ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes.
You're doing awesome with that lately.
I know. I got you. You can't look at me because then all I ever want to do is paper.
Nancy always picked paper first, so I kicked her ass for like the first 300 times. And I'm like, you realize you picked paper? I should have never told her.
I felt like that commercial. Have you ever seen that commercial with like it's a coffee creamer? And it was always like he always picks paper because it's a gingerbread hand and he can't do anything else. I was literally like, I don't know any other thing but paper.
And I told you, and you're like, huh. And then I started losing.
I
give
do
it up.
like paper.
Okay. 3 stories.
My lady.
It's Brittany Bitch, Black Widow, and the Queen. I'm gonna start by saying it's Brittany Bitch is a true story. I really believe that one's true. You had a lot of detail, and you kind of brightened up when you told us the story. You were into it, so I like that story. It's a toss up. You did 3 really great stories, by the way. They were fun. Black Widow's a hard one. I'm leaning towards that one. The Queen is true, and I say that because I want it to be true. I want that to be the truth. I want to think there's a beehive lady humping dudes in the back of a U-Haul. That's what I want to.
Sign me up is what you're thinking.
Oh my God, I'd take it a ride. Why not? Just for the experience, Ooh, I call top bunk. She's like, no, you don't.
I rode the Queen.
You chunky bastard. It's got a weight limit. So I'm going to go with Black Widow. Also a great story, but I, for some reason that one just sticks out in my mind. Maybe because I don't want to know there's someone out there killing dudes. Okay.
I bet she's hot too.
Beehive,
Damn
promiscuous hair. Awesome. Chick who likes to kill people she's with. Not great. So
no. Okay.
All right. So
okay.
I'm going Black Widow. What do you got?
Well, I hear your theories, and I appreciate them, and I agree. It's Brittany, bitch. I feel like is your true friend. We love her. Like Brittany, you just have a heart for her, and I could feel it. I could feel the love for Brittany.
What's up, Brittany?
I love you. And then I actually feel the opposite.
Okay.
I feel like the Queen maybe is not the truth, because I feel like maybe there's a little bit of truth to it, but that I just don't think she's a full-on hoe. I think she's got some promiscuous sides to her, but I also think, like, I love the beehive. If the beehive isn't true, I'm going to be so mad. I want her to have this kick-ass beehive. So I want her to have the beehive. I just don't know if she is a full-on slut. Cool. Like, I'm here for it. Black Widow, I feel like is true. I feel like maybe she had some bad luck.
Sturgis, do you know the answer? Do you know the correct one?
It's all true. She looked you straight in the eyes.
Okay. No. Do you know which one's false? Don't say it.
I don't.
Okay, so if you were to guess, what would you guess? Have you been kind of listening?
Which is false? Yeah, I've been listening.
Yeah.
I would say I think they're all true.
She thinks they're all true.
She's not lying at all.
That's my friend
But
Sturgis
liar.
Grayson with the what's that?
Because Carrie can't lie.
Here,
But she had to tell a lie. That's
I
part
had
of
to.
it. So you have to pick one.
that's my friend Sturgis the coward. Okay.
She is running for president, everybody.
That's right. Okay, so I'm gonna go Black Widow. You're gonna go the Queen.
I'm going the Queen.
Damn you, Terry! Whip that bad boy over and let's see who's the Queen.
Woo!
What
All
about that's
right.
not true?
So the Queen it's true, basically. So whether she's the girl that I met in beauty school to adulthood, I don't know if it's exactly the same person. But there was a lady in my town who did drive a box truck who had a beehive and who, had bunk beds in it.
Was she servicing people?
I'm not exactly positive, but I mean, she drove a box truck with bunk beds in it. So
Some people have a camper, Carrie. I mean,
And she's a sexy mofo.
she is the part with her wearing the high heels, shoveling or mowing her grass, 100% true.
I love it.
But
Okay. All right. The Queen.
I didn't even ask if you saw. Did you ever see guys in and out of the box truck?
no,
Okay, so
Smoking cigarettes.
she was smoking.
a little number taker outside. That 17 shit. Better wrap it up. So it's Brittany Bitch is a true story.
It is a true story.
That's very cool. I'd almost guaranteed that one because just
I know. I
from the
could
way
see too. I could tell she was a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could feel the love.
Yeah, you had a lot of warmth in your eyes on that one. You were really into it. So that's a great story. And Black Widow, unfortunately, is true also.
Right?
So they don't know.
A girl can't help it if a man comes into bad luck when he is in her presence.
You'd
Okay?
have seen it if you'd have been there.
Yes, exactly.
And we are still
should
friends.
have been.
We're still friends to this day.
Well, you don't become enemies with someone who likes to kill people, Carrie.
I don't judge based on, it's all for facts. If there's facts put in front of me, then I'll judge. But
All right.
hey, I don't know.
Yeah, take it to court.
It's all hearsay. Huh?
She's really unfortunate. That doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'd like to see her on her deathbed. Just be like, seriously, who'd you kill? She'd be like, I killed. Ah, shit. Get the defibrillator. We're getting this out of her ass. So, well, before we go, Carrie, is there a website, a Facebook page for this place, or?
So there is a website. I don't know what it is. Do you know what it is, Sturgis?
citybarbershop.com. That's cool. So if you want to check this out, we'll put that on the description on the YouTube. Anything, there'll be the bullhucker.com, the web link, and then we'll put that web link underneath
We
it.
do have a Facebook too.
Okay. And
City
we'll,
Barbershop Facebook.
okay,
Nice.
we'll put that
and
on
you're
there.
taking new clients.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. We're
Okay.
actually having our grand opening on Saturday.
Oh, that's good. This is exciting.
Well,
Yeah.
but
Well,
this won't
shoot.
come out till late April. So,
You guys are going to miss it.
Sorry about your luck.
but that's awesome, man. So is there anything like special you want to say about the store or the shop?
No, I just want to say that, because I'm not from around here, that the community of brush has been so amazing for this shop, for
Right.
me, the support. And that's why I live in Fort Morgan. I don't do anything with Fort Morgan. It's all about brush.
Right. That's cool.
I love it
I
here.
love it.
We'll get you a house here.
I don't know. I don't want to move.
No, I got you.
Yeah, not now, right? Houses are $1 million. Stay
Well,
where
not
you're
only
at.
that, like I'm trying to buy the house I live in just because I don't want to move. Like
Right.
literally don't want to move.
Yeah, it's
That's-
Moving the shop was bad enough.
100% of the reason I bought a house is because I hate moving.
Right.
That's it. I'll just die in this house. It'll be fine, you know. But you can check them out, Downtown Brush. And that's cool you guys moved to Downtown Brush to kind of fill an empty shop.
That
and
is good.
And come and
Yeah.
check this place out. They've done such a good
What
job
used
with
to
it.
be here?
This used to be J&J's
Yeah.
hairstyles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And two people today actually said that they haven't seen this much traffic on Main Street Brush in so long.
Good. That's awesome.
Well, they have a brand new president for the chamber who's doing a good job, and they have a new chamber director who's also doing a good job.
Speaking of queens, this girl,
The chamber queen. That's what
queen.
and that's nice because if a guy wants to run against you, that's now what it's called. So it's you
Yeah.
know you take the good
Yes.
with the bad.
Now
so.
maybe no guy will do it.
Yeah.
Can never
And then
be a
be
guy
like,
again.
oh, you didn't like the story of the queen? What about the Black Widow?
She's my friend.
Because I
Yeah.
won't mess around with you, but I'll damn sure stab you. Just so we know, I'll cut your chest. So, but yeah, come check them out. Great, some support local brush. That's awesome. So, so happy you guys are down here. And Carrie, thank you for coming on.
Thanks
Yeah,
for having
this
me.
was fun. It was nice meeting you.
You too.
Did you have fun?
I did. I had fun.
You were nervous though.
Always.
See, I tell everybody they're always nervous, and then they always have a good time. So,
It's my idea on the 100th show. Larry says I can't do it till the 100th. We're going to have a drinking one. And wouldn't that be fun? You'd feel so much like, whoop, okay. Anyways, what I was going to say.
Holler.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll
Waller.
Yes.
I'll give you a shout out. The Club Tap Room. What's up, Ryan Stroh has already said he would be more than happy to host that. Yes.
No, I did not know
Yes,
this. Why are you
yes.
just telling me this?
So wait, what number am I?
This is episode 60.
Oh, shoot.
Ooh, yeah, girl. We only got 40 more to go.
40 more to go.
40 more weeks before one of us dies of alcohol poisoning. We all.
Can't wait. Black Widow.
All right. Well, Carrie, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
Miss
you,
Lundstrom.
Carrie. And I'm Nancy Akudra.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
See, easy.